Alex Jones, court trustee, plans to shut down his notorious conspiracy outlet, Infowars. Now, I thought the entire point of this was so that the Sandy Hook families could get the $100 million that they're supposed to get paid, but no, they've just admitted, like we knew from the start, the real reason as to why they were doing it. They're going to shut Infowars down. This was never about justice or compensation for the Sandy Hook families. It was about shutting Alex Jones up because they've now taken away the only method that he had of being able to pay the money. Because, like I said in the last video, it was never about the money. It was never about the money, they just wanted to shut Alex Jones up. But before we get into today's video, a moment please for today's sponsor, Manscaped. Are you sick of that neck beard that you don't know what to do with? Well, Manscaped is here to help. Manscaped is the choice men's lifestyle brand that will help you to get that disgusting chin warmer under control. Just like I have. Do you remember that obtuse and unwieldy trimmer that you totally promised yourself you were going to use? Well, don't worry about it, because Manscaped's organised guild of esoteric beard shapers and triminologists have devised and produced something that you didn't know you needed. What is it called? It is called the Beard Hedger Pro. The main attraction is, of course, the Beard Hedger trimmer itself. With a titanium-coated T-blade, it can efficiently slice through the thickest of hairs like a machete through a jungle. But don't let the sleek and elegant design fool you, however, because with its 7,200 RPM motor, it can power through that unsightly patch of hair like a hedge-trimming muscle car. But maybe you are scared of a close and clean shave. Well, do not worry, because with the zoom wheel, you can adjust the guard so that you can have that gruff and roguish 5 o'clock shadow that you loved having for 3 days before it grew too long. Maybe you don't want a 5 o'clock. Well, with the same zoom wheel for any hour of the clock from a midnight clean to a noon extreme. Perhaps you like shaving in the shower. Ill-advisable, but you can, as the trimmer is completely waterproof, cordless and rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about getting the Home Alone Marv experience. But the kit also has a plethora of additional goodies to accompany this beast of a trimmer, with care products that include beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, a beard, I'm kidding on, it doesn't come with a beard, some free beard accessories including a brush, comb and scissors, all in a handy and compact travel case. So whether you are just dipping your toes into the beard game or trying to optimise your routine, you can't go wrong with Manscaped. You can join over 8 million men in taming their beards today by going to manscaped.com and using code Dankula for 20% off at the checkout and free shipping. Again, that is code Dankula at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, a conspiracy theorist, although he's been right about a lot of things, Infowars media empire will be shut down and sold off. A bankruptcy court appointed trustee said in an emergency court filing Sunday, signalling the end of the notorious far-right outlet that Jones has used to spread dangerous misinformation and lies, even though he's been correct about a lot of stuff. Earlier this month, a bankruptcy judge ruled that Jonesy's personal assets would be liquidated to help pay off the nearly $1.5 billion that he owes to the families of victims of the Sandy Hook massacre. But at that time, the judge ruled Jonesy's media company, Free Speech Systems, the parent of Infowars, would not be liquidated, partly because the process would be costly and lengthy. The dismissal of the bankruptcy case against the outlet means that the families were free to go after Jonesy's assets, including Infowars, in state court. Since Jones is the owner of Free Speech Systems, a court-appointed trustee was put in charge of the company. The trustee wrote on Sunday that since being appointed, he began planning to wind up Free Speech Systems operations and liquidate its inventory. But the trustees said the process was derailed when one of the Sandy Hook victims' parents filed a motion in a Texas district court to be granted custody of all of Free Speech Systems' assets, including Infowars. As a result, Jones's trustee trustee asked the bankruptcy judge for an emergency stay in the case to allow them to conduct an orderly wind-down and sale process of Infowars. In a statement, Christopher Mattei, an attorney for Sandy Hook families from Connecticut who were in favour of liquidating the company, said, "This is precisely the unfortunate situation that the Connecticut families hope to avoid when we argued that the free speech systems/Infowars case should have remained with the bankruptcy court rather than being dismissed. The Connecticut families are disappointed by this attempt to undercut the orderly and long overdue wind down of Alex Jones's Infowars platform." Mattei said, referring to the attempt by one set of parents to go after FSS assets. "From the beginning, they have led with dignity toward a resolution that is fair for every family and are grateful that the Chapter 7 trustee has already filed a motion, with which 8 of the 9 families agree, supporting an equitable distribution of the FSS assets." Jones, who had earlier this month celebrated the judge ruling not to liquidate Infowars' parent company, has acknowledged Infowars would likely only continue broadcasting for a few more months. "I'm going to try to move forward and maximise the amount of money we can make at Infowars to then have a wind down," Jones said outside the courthouse after the hearing dismissing his company's liquidation. And here we are at the end of the article. Now, as far as all of this goes, we all knew from the start that this was all about shutting Alex Jones up. It was never about the money for the families, because I can guarantee you, I'll admit, I've been in the Infowars bunker. It's a hell of a little setup he's got there, but the company, I can tell you just from an outside perspective, is not worth the amount that he owes to the families. So maybe I'm hoping that after they liquidate Infowars and they keep the name, it's not going to be called Infowars anymore, which would be sad. But once it's done and dusted, then Alex can maybe start a new company, although I do get the feeling they're going to go, actually, you still need to pay the rest of the bill. Right, which, if they've taken his company away, he's got no hope of actually paying back the families. Literally has no hope in hell at all of paying back the families, because like I said many times, it was never ever about the money. It was about shutting Alex Jones up. That's what it was. Now, I don't know about American law and bankruptcy and paying money out for a civil suit, etc., etc. So maybe he can just get the company dissolved, the assets get divided up among the families, and then that's the end of it. And then Alex Jones can just go and start another company, possibly. Maybe he can do that. I've absolutely no idea. But I feel really bad for all the guys that work there in Infowars, because they're all going to lose their jobs and stuff like that, because, I mean, they're not exactly going to continue operating, are they? Alex Jones is probably going to go, "Oh, you need to keep work." No, I'm not working for you like that, because they're going to try and control everything that he says. So maybe it'll be done and dusted, and then he just goes and starts a new company, but then I do get the feeling that they're going to say, actually, you still have to pay the rest. So then he's going to be paying out, or maybe they'll say, "Oh, we want part ownership of your new company. And we've got a big enough stake in it where we get to control what you say, because you'll be outvoted by all the other shareholders, which will probably be the Sandy Hook families or the court-appointed trustee. So therefore, they're able to control forever what Alex Jones can say." Maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer or a legal expert. But I do hope that Alex Jones can bounce back from this. But I also do know that all the powers that be are going to be doing everything they can to prevent that from happening.